Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the month of January. Now Taurus, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Taurus, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But Taurus, let's see what we have here for you. And now, a very small percentage of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you're one of those people that watches my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true for those who are just watching me for the first time. And tapping the like button really does help as well. So, let's see what we have here for you, Taurus. All right, so we'll make sure everything's in view. And then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Ace of Cups. So this is a really nice energy to find really in any part of the spread, but certainly on the bottom as well. And the Ace of Cups can talk about you potentially developing love in some areas of your life. There might be a new beginning around your emotions, around happiness, around love in general here when the Ace of Cups comes forward. And it's this really nice feeling of having your cup overflowing. It's also a really nice time for you to do something creative and fill your cup up in that way. And so I always like to say that this is like an excellent energy to start a creative project around, to do something around whatever that may be for you. You know, you might like to get creative with your cooking. You might like to start an Instagram account, or you might want to, do something that gets your creativity going when you get the Ace of Cups on the bottom. So yeah, definitely like that. You have a very a nice reading here, and the two aces are always a good sign. You also have a star, the star card here, so that's definitely very good. But yeah, let's go ahead and just continue with this reading here and start to take a look here. So in the middle, you have the the Seven of Wands. So you have two sevens. Actually, you have 7-7 energy here, spiritual number. You might want to take a look at the numerology there, the angel number, whatever you're interested in, if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, for me, it suggests that your guides are with you, your spirit team is with you. You're maybe even doing some sort of spiritual practice here. That could be something you're doing there with the Ace of Cups as well. Some of you may be doing yoga. I'm just getting this message in for some reason. But with the Seven of Wands here, this is a card of competition. So the thing about the Seven of Wands is, to me, it does suggest that you've been successful in some area of your life, because the card that comes before the seven is the Six of Wands, which is a big victory. And the thing is, with success, is you should not be afraid of succeeding. There's nothing wrong with being successful. The thing is that other people have a very hard time seeing other people succeed, oftentimes. Not always, but oftentimes, if someone's going through something in their life and they're seeing other people succeed, you get into this energy of competition. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the Seven of Wands. The reason I feel pretty strongly about that is because you have the Seven of Swords next to it, which for me is absolutely a combination of challenges, unexpected enemies, or hidden enemies in the workplace. I'll get into this here in just a second. So in the first week of the month, as we roll into the new year, you have the Judgment card, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. So this Judgment card here, it talks really about enlightenment, I feel like, in this definition. This is a card that is sort of challenging you to make the extra push that you need to get sort of over the hump of the major arcana to complete the cycle of the world, because the world is the next card in line. And so this Judgment card says that there might be one thing in your way towards enlightenment, or in your path towards enlightenment. And in this case, I see some sort of hidden enemy here for you, probably in the workplace, maybe in love as well, because you have this Ace of Cups, but you also have the Ace of Wands. Love, romance, emotions. Wands can be career, enterprise, business, things like that. And so it depends on what situation you find yourself in. But the Seven of Swords is a backstabber, okay? In this case, that's what I feel like is going on. I will tell you, I've seen the Seven of Swords play out for people, not only in my life, but in when I used to work with clients, where, you know, this is a card of people gossiping, starting rumors, because there's competition present, especially with the Seven of Wands next to it. It just amplifies that. And this other thing is, you have the Seven of Cups as well below, which is this feeling of being overwhelmed, okay? You have all of this data, all of the sensory data here in front of you, and I feel like you're going to be caught by surprise by somebody here with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups in this month. Ultimately, though, this is not doom and gloom, because ultimately you're coming up with the proper solution. And just to go back to this Judgment card, there's one thing in your path towards attaining enlightenment in this reading, and it is dealing with this hidden enemy. It's dealing with this challenger here of the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And so just keep that in mind. Just something to be aware of if you suspect that that might be happening, or there's something going on. You know, with this combination here, I would really be careful of giving someone too much information that you don't fully trust. I would say, like, really stick to trusted people in the workplace, especially at this time. But at any rate, in the middle, you have the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Star. So again, this is starting to turn around here. So towards the beginning of the month, there's maybe some sort of revelation with the Judgment, something taking you towards enlightenment here. But you have the Star, number 17. This is a card of major healing, okay? This is not only a card of major healing, as you see these healing waters of renewal here, but this is also a card of wishes and dreams coming true. It talks about having hope and optimism for the future. And on another level, it can say that you're in the starlight or in the spotlight right now. And that could also be contributing to this energy of competition here with these two sevens here. And so, actually three. And so, yeah, it could mean that, like, people are seeing you succeed, and you should not stop succeeding, okay? Don't lower your standards. Don't stop doing those things because somebody's having a hard time with it, is what I would tell you. You also have this Four of Wands here, which is stable foundations and achievements, happy situations with your partner, the person, you know, maybe the person you're dating, your family, something like that, anything like that. And it can talk about ceremonies as well. Some of you may be getting promoted here, and that could be you outlasting the competition in some ways for, like, a job or something like that going on here. Some of you may be like applying. You may have recently applied for a job that's competitive, where it's like a job a lot of people want to have, and you may outlast the competition, as you see this ceremony here, as well as the Star. So in the last portion of the month, you have the Eight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So this Eight of Cups here is clearly you walking away from the competition, okay? You're not going to stop succeeding, but you're also not going to play someone's mind games here, and you're letting go of whatever's toxic. That's this area of enlightenment here that you are being called on to look at. You also have this King of Cups, which is somebody who's really sitting in water here, sitting in an emotional situation. And the King of Cups is somebody who will not rock the boat. They are extremely emotionally intelligent, and they are well equipped and able to handle any sort of emotional storm that is coming in, which you see here with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. At the end of the day, you're getting a fresh start here in your career, your business, your enterprise, maybe for some of you in love as well, depending on what you're going through and what you're here for. This Ace of Wands, for me, if there was ever a card of starting a business or getting a new job, it's that Ace of Wands. I love the Ace of Wands. It's my favorite card in the tarot. So let's go ahead and start to clarify here. Now, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment to let me know what you think, maybe share this video with a friend. Also, really appreciate you being here. Hope things are going well, and check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. All right, let's see what we have here for you. Taurus. I like to see this. I like to see this. So you have Joan of Arc, voice of truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release fear, persecution, and speak your truth. So anybody here who's backstabbing, they're not going to get away with it for too long. That's all about divine law and order, things working out. And look at this. This is what I really like for you is Kalima, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. With the Judgment card, you're going through this spiritual situation. That it's a situation that feels spiritual. You also have Amoria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Yeah, you are protected on this. Okay, somebody's poor behavior will not last for too long. And I think the big message here is to keep doing you, as cliche as that is, but like it might not be the best moment to rock the boat, because you don't want anything to bite away at your success here at this time. And just as we have that, just as I say that, we have success, opportunity, and get more information. So name of the game here is you succeeding, and that bringing hidden enemies, challenge, unknown enemies, challenging toxic people. But again, this is not only your chance to soar here with Kalima, but this is your chance to move up the rung spiritually. This is your chance to achieve enlightenment for yourself in this moment. With the Judgment card, you're almost there. You're at the precipice of the world, and which is the card that comes after the Judgment card, right? And so keep moving forward. What else do we have here? Okay. Are you serious? Taurus, hello. Universe putting all the chips on the table, doubling down. Betting on red here, right? We have the Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups. So Judgment, Eight of Cups, Five of Cups. Not joking around with this Judgment energy, all right? So we talked about how there's one thing in your way here. We also have this Eight of Cups coming back in. I just need to say that this Judgment card, for me, not only is it the biggest card of karma in the tarot, maybe outside of the Justice card, but it's also, it's saying like, for me, it's also like probably the card that I would associate most with like a spiritual awakening, because not only is it like the last thing you need for enlightenment, but it's also telling you to go into a period of self-evaluation, to ask yourself what you need to do in order to get over the hump and get to the world, right? And for you, it's like, I think you're going to ask yourself, okay, yes, I'm disappointed here with this Five of Cups that I'm having to deal with a challenging person or a hidden enemy or whatever it may be for you. But at the same time, I'm not going to play their games. I'm walking away with the Eight of Cups. Remember, we saw it here up in this upper corner. We now see it coming in here with the Seven of Swords, which we're talking about this very interesting combination, this very important combination of the Judgment and the Seven of Swords. It does not surprise me to get the Judgment twice and then also the Eight of Cups, but it's also very interesting. It's very poignant for me as the reader here that this is very important for you. Okay, I have to say that this is an extremely deep reading. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Tower. Okay, wow, let me get into what combination that is, and the Two of Cups here. When I get the Tower and the Judgment card, I always like this. It's like thunder and lightning. Okay, it's like undeniable. Like you cannot run. You cannot run. Okay, there's a problem here in front of you right now that you have to deal with. And because there's some element of karma associated with it, it has to do with this competitive energy, this competitive person here at this time. This is, for me, probably the most spiritual combination. You know, I said Judgment card is probably my most spiritual card, but when you get the Tower, it's like you're going through a spiritual awakening. Okay, you're going through some sort of, it's also, for me, those two cards are like the energy of revelation in your life. It's like the clap of thunder here coming down. And for some of you, this is going to be around a relationship, okay? I see you being with somebody with the Two of Cups, the Star, and the Ace of Cups. And it could mean that somebody else was maybe also interested, but I end up seeing you being the one that guess with this person if that's what you're interested in. But on the other end, if you're here for career, this situation that you're being called on to work through, you cannot run from. And it's leading you to a major inflection point in your destiny here with the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, the Tower, the Judgment twice, and the Four of Wands. So this is big. Let's see what else we have. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and wow, the Nine of Cups. This is one of these readings where I don't want to stop because it seems like this is massive for you. The Nine of Cups here with the Ace of Wands is a very clear sign that you will be absolutely emotionally fulfilled and content here in this month of January at some point. Okay, the Nine of Cups is one of the big dream cards, one of the big wish cards, and you have it next to the other one, the Star, which was right down here. For some of you, you're finding your dream partner with the Two of Cups. That's like, soul energy, soul connection, whatever you want to call it, with another person. Past life connection, maybe, if you're into that. And for others of you, you're literally getting your dream job. And for those of you who are interested in like self-employment, that could be through self-employment. Like you could maybe have always wanted to have your own business or something like that, because you have this Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, contract work around your talents, skills, gifts, abilities. This is the major talent card in the tarot. But I'm also getting this other sideline story where some of you you have interviewed for a competitive role, a job that a lot of people would consider to be a dream job, and you're getting it. You're getting it here, okay? But the Knight of Pentacles is a rivals. It's you being rewarded for being a hardworking, dependable human being. And along with that, you have this Justice card on the bottom. Remember, I talked about how there's elements of karma here with the Judgment card twice, the Tower, and now the Justice card coming in. Lightning and thunder. Wow. Taurus, this is the biggest month I've read for you, I think, since I've started here on YouTube, which has been about a year now. This year's, I would say, starting off with a bang, to put it lightly, for you, Taurus. So amazing. I'm excited to see. Let me know in the comment section below how this resonates for you. So you have the occupation card, toil and labor, imprisonment, false person, there it is, marriage, and official person. Okay, look, this false person is the Seven of Swords, okay? Does not surprise me. I do think it's in a workplace. For many of you, this is somebody who is not as they appear. This is somebody who's undermining you in some ways. And I do get the sense that ultimately with the karma here rendering out, it will work out. I'm not saying it's not going to be challenging. Those situations are very challenging. However, at the end of the day, karma is on your side. Have no fear. You also have this toil and labor, imprisonment, official person. So many of you are leaving this old situation here because it's this energy of like this challenging person from the past. You getting an offer or sending in your 2 weeks notice, because official person for me is my HR card, and that's human resources if you're unfamiliar, and taking a new job that you're more in alignment with. Other Tauruses are finding like a long-term union with somebody, long-term marriage partner. So thank you so much for being here. This is amazing. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment to let me know what you think. Maybe share this video with a friend. Check out my website, zanintuitive.com. I'll see you in the next one.